Let's talk about remote medical coding and whether work from home medical coding jobs are actually real. Because if you have searched how to become a remote medical coder or medical coding jobs from home, you've probably seen a lot of information, some of it confusing, some of it might be unrealistic. And listen, I get why people ask because between TikTok and shady job ads and people promising you six figures from your kitchen table in 6 weeks, the internet has made it very, very confusing. So today we're doing a reality check, the truth about how real remote work in medical coding actually is and how to give yourself the best shot at getting a work from home medical coding job. Today's video is sponsored by Preppy, but more on them in just a minute. Now let's start off here. Remote medical coding is absolutely very, very real, but it's not always instant. It's not guaranteed. And it's not maybe as entry level friendly in the way that sometimes social media makes it sound. But remote coding definitely exists. In fact, a recent AAPC salary survey showed that around 65% of AAPC members work fully remote. And it also demonstrated that about 15% work a combination of remote and on-site. And actually less than 20% of members are working fully on-site. But a lot of people think that remote medical coding isn't real or that it's some kind of scam because maybe they can't personally find a remote job. They see a lot of listings that say that you need 2 to 5 years experience, or they're applying for a lot of jobs and not hearing anything back. And that can feel discouraging. It can feel like, did I get scammed? Did I choose the wrong career? Is everyone else lying about this? And it might not necessarily be that they failed, but maybe they were sold an oversimplified version of how the industry works. Some of the realities of working remotely, though, as a medical coder are when you are working from home or working remotely, no one's watching your screen every second. No one's double checking every code that you can submit in real time. You are trusted with accuracy, you're trusted with compliance, and you are trusted with a lot of revenue. And that is a very big deal. It's a lot of financial things that go into that. So employers are really looking for proof that you can code independently, that you're going to hit productivity goals, that you're going to follow the appropriate guidelines without too much hand holding. And you may even need to answer some questions on coding denials or provider documentation issues. That's why sometimes that experience really matters. It's not because the employers are just trying to leave out new coders or they're not trying to grow people. It's because mistakes cost money and they pose a compliance risk. So, what can you do to increase your chances of landing a remote medical coding job when you don't have prior experience? Well, the remote roles tend to go to coders who have very strong foundations in CPT and ICD-10-CM coding, that they really understand E&M, they understand modifiers, they have a deep understanding of how to apply the guidelines, and some exposure to real world coding scenarios, like maybe you've done an externship or an internship, or you've worked in a coding adjacent role where maybe your title wasn't medical coder, but you did work a little bit. You had a little bit of a taste of the medical code sets. And you can explain why you chose a code, not just oh, I think it's this, but what was the reason that you came to that conclusion for picking that code or codes? And that's where some people really get stuck, not because they are incapable, but they weren't trained deeply enough. And that's why I continue to say quality training matters more now than ever. The honest path that I see working the most is building those really, really strong fundamentals of billing and coding, and then getting certified through either AAPC or a HEMA. The best one you can go out and get if you're just I don't know, there's too many options. Go get the CPC certification through the AAPC, then get some kind of experience if it's on-site or hybrid or remote, possibly even contract work, and not necessarily coding. Look for those billing or revenue cycle roles to get your foot in the door, and then really prove yourself. Show up, do a little extra, take on some projects if they're offered, and then make that transition into remote coding. Is it instant? Not always. Is it possible? Absolutely. Lots of people find remote work right away. Others struggle more. I've seen coders go remote instantly. Others might take 6 months or a year or 2 years. I got into medical coding because I didn't want to deal with people, and I wanted to work from home. And I actually wound up enjoying working in the office and didn't go remote for years. So there really is no single timeline, but there is some successful strategies. And this is where I want to talk about Preppy because your training really does matter. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they choose either the cheapest option or the fastest option. And then later on, they realize that they weren't actually ready for a remote coding job. Preppy focuses on real coding logic, not just memorization, understanding why codes are chosen, preparing you for certification and for real work environments. Is Preppy a magic ticket to remote work? No, I'll never tell you that. But it does give you the kind of foundation that employers are expecting, especially when you're competing for remote roles. And that foundation is what shortens that gap between new coder and trusted remote coder. And for a limited time, you can also save $100 when you pay in full by using the code CONTEMPO at checkout at preppy.org. I will put a link to Preppy in the description so you make sure that you're going to the right spot. So, remote work in medical coding is real, but it's a long game, not just like a random lottery ticket that you win. If your goal is stability, flexibility, career longevity, and eventually working from home, this career can absolutely deliver that. But you do have to approach it like a professional path, which means that you do have to have professional strategies. And if you're feeling discouraged because you're having trouble finding that first remote coding position, like just pause. You're not behind. You're not bad at this. You're not chasing something fake or some scam. What you really want to do, though, is make sure that you are building a career that is rewarding skills and consistency and patience, and that you have done the appropriate things to make sure that you are aligned with what employers are looking for with remote. Remote work is real. And if that's your goal, you absolutely can get there with the right expectations and the right training from programs like Preppy. And if you want to check out Preppy, I will have it in my link below. And if this video helped you feel a little bit more grounded, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe, and let me know where you are in your coding journey. Until next time, you guys, just keep on coding on.